What's up, Calc gang? Welcome back to mechanics. So we got this problem here. So we have these two different rods made of different materials, and we got these two forces acting on them, and they're coupled together at B. And our goal is to find the displacement at point B and at C due to these forces, right? They're going to extend. So the equation we're going to use for that is the displacement, or the change in length, is PL over AE. And so let's just get started with this, no more wasting time. So let's draw a force body diagram really quick. I guess I don't really need one. But basically, when you're going to find the displacement, you want to find the displacement at each individual section. So because these are different materials, you're going to have different moduluses of elasticity, and therefore we're going to have to check the displacement at B and then add that to displacement of A. So to do that, we're going to need to take some cuts, right? Well, we're going to need to take a cut here, and we're going to need to take a cut here. And we're going to find the normal stress, or I guess the normal force at each one of these, and we're going to use that in this equation. All right, so we need to finish this force body diagram here. So it's not really a force body diagram. We don't really need a full force body diagram for this question, but we want to find what's happening at this support reaction at C, right? So if we do some of the forces in the Y, right, pretty obvious, we've done this a million times. There's 80 pushing up, there's 50 pushing down, and then there's C here. In which direction is C gonna push? Well, we don't know yet, but let's just add C here. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna get C is equal to negative 30 kilonewtons, which means that C here is pushing downward. So C is holding this to the ground actually. So it's 30 kilonewtons down. And that's gonna be useful because now when we take our cuts, it's gonna help us finish this. So let's now take our cut at C. So here's point C, and it goes up to some point where we take our cut. So we know we have this negative 30 kilonewton load here. And then we know we're going to have a normal force at any time we take a cut, right? Normal is always going to point in the direction of the force. So if there's this 30 kilonewton force pulling down, there's going to have to be something to balance it up. That normal is going to be equal to 30 kilonewtons, right? And this is our force, right? So our force at BC is going to be equal to 30 kilonewtons, and it's going to be pulling, trying to make this longer, so it's going to be positive. So now let's use this equation, now that we know some stuff. So our force, like we just said, is 30 kilonewtons. Our length of this segment is 1.5 meters, right? Our area of this segment, let's calculate that. We have diameter. So diameter, we can do pi over 4 diameter squared to get our area. And then we need to multiply it by our elasticity. So let's see, so CB, so what is this? This is CB, so it's that steel rod. So we're using the steel elasticity, which is 200 here. Now our units are going to cancel out because we're going to have 10 to the negative 6 times 10 to the 9th on the bottom. So, and then on top we have the kilonewtons, so it's going to cancel out and just give us length in meters. What's my paper? Is this it? I don't even remember. Here it is. Okay, so do the math on this. And this is the displacement of just B, right? So we get displacement of B is equal to 7.17 times 10 to the negative 4th meters. All right, so now let's do displacement of A. Okay, so displacement of A is going to be equal to displacement of B, right? So we already know how far B moves up, so we can just add that to however much A gets displaced. And then we can add that to PL over AE, but for AB, or I guess we could say, yeah, AB. So now we need to take another cut and find out what force is going on in there. So let's draw another one of these. So this goes up, here's B, and then we're at A. So this is B, this is C. So we know we have this 30 kilonewton force going down. And then we know we have an 80 kilonewton force here. So the force we're missing is the normal in between A and B. So we know here, we can just do some of the forces in our head. It's going to be 80 up, 30 down. We're going to need to balance that out with another 50 pointing down. So our force is going to be that 50 kilonewtons because that's what balances out this equation. And because it's negative, it's going to be compressing, and it's going to be a negative number. It's going to make our displacement smaller. So displacement of A is equal to displacement of B, which is 7.17, 10 to the negative 4th, plus, so that's going to be minus 50 for that. The length is 1 meter. The area is, again, the same thing, pi over 4, 20 squared. And then E is not going to be 20 this time, or 200, it's going to be 73.1. Right? So we do the math on this, and you get that displacement of A is equal to negative 1.46 times 10 to the third meters. And all right, so it actually goes further down. So yeah, you look at this and you say, oh, I think it probably is going to stretch upward, but it really is pushing downward. So yeah, kind of a good answer. So there's our displacement for A and for B. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to check out my playlist, and yeah, ask any questions in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.